Today, still on angle between lines, I want to teach you about the angles called corresponding angles. From my drawing now, we all are going to see that angle that is called a corresponding angle. Whenever you see it, you'll be able to identify it. Let's look at this example on the board. These are two parallel lines. And we all know that two parallel lines are the lines that can never meet. But when there is what we call a transversal line, these are parallel lines. You can see the point, the way they point, the two of them can never meet each other. Let's draw a transversal line between them. For example, something like this. Or we can still draw it this way and we draw like this, depending on how we want it to be. For example, on this board now, whenever there is this transversal line, an angle is formed. Example, something like this and something like this. There is an angle here and there's an angle here. These two angles are referred to as corresponding angles. They are corresponded to each other. And I want to let you know today that corresponding angles are equal. For example, if you are given 80 degrees here, bear it in mind that the next angle to be here will also be 80 degrees. You cannot change it. It's a theorem, it's a fact. It's something that you cannot change. So if you are given something like this, and on coming to this place here, you write 80 degrees, and you are asked to state your reasons for doing that. Just tell the examiner that these angles are corresponding angles, that they are corresponded to each other, and therefore they are equal to each other. They are equal. That's all. When a corresponding angle is involved, they are equal. Remember that I've taught you about angles on a straight line. Let me rephrase that in case you have forgotten. Angles on a straight line are angles that are equal to what? 180 degrees. So after solving everything, please go back and check whether whatever you have solved, when summed up or added together, whether they are equal to what? 180 degrees. This very one, when you are given something like this, what do? You check. Look at it critically to find out if these angles are corresponding to each other. If they corresponded to each other, please do not change the figures. The figures will be equal. Nothing to change, nothing to add. If you go on to add, or if you go on to change, minus or add or subtract or multiply, you are failing already. So you don't do what? You don't change anything. Rather you do what? You just look at this one, and then immediately, automatically, this is what? 80 degrees. You don't remove anything, you don't add. They are the same. They are equal because they corresponded to each other. Thank you. Since we have taught you corresponding angles. Now, I'll be teaching you what we call vertically opposite angles. Let's look at this. For example, this is A, B, C, D. We are looking at vertically opposite angles. We are looking at vertically opposite angles. Let's call this our angle A, B, X, Y. Angle A, B, X, Y. And let's have our 0 here. We'll be using it to indicate the various angles formed on this board. The first one here, we are told that vertically opposite angles are equal. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Let's see the angles that are vertically opposite to each other. X and Y are vertically opposite. A and B are vertically opposite. Let's look at it having these letters here. This is letter A, B, indicating this angle here. Example. Let's look at it. Solution to what we are doing. A angle O B is equals C angle O D. Telling you that this angle and this angle here, the A and B, are equal to each other. Then we get again angle B angle O C. This very angle here is equal to A angle O D. Very simple. B angle O C, meaning this variant is equal to A angle O D. These two angles, they are vertically opposite to each other, and therefore they are what? They are equal. Okay, that tells us that A equals B, because they are vertically opposite to each other. And X equals Y. They are equal because they are vertically opposite to each other. So vertically opposite angles are equal. Stay back and watch. Okay, now let us look at vertically opposite angles that we have done before. When angles are facing each other, it is called what? Vertically opposite angles. Now this is 52 given. As you can see, this is a complete angle at a point. It is equal to 360 degrees. Since we have 52 here, what are we going to have here? Automatically, it is what? 52 degrees. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Yes. Now, what else do we do? Look at these angles and look at it critically. If you divide the angle into two, what are we going to have? We have something like this. This is angle on a straight line. Here we have 52. What do? We will say 52 minus what? 1/8. But instead of that, what do? We are going to say, let's call this A and let's call this B, the unknown. Let's refer to them as what? A and B. Look at it. We found this side, which is what? C. The unknown here is 52. How do we know that? Because these angles are vertically opposite each other. They are facing each other. And because they are facing each other, they are called vertically opposite angles. And vertically opposite angles are equal. Hope you get that. I've taught you this in my previous class. Now, what do? We are using numbers now to represent letters. When I taught you about vertically opposite angles, I used letters to teach it. Now I'm teaching you using what? Numbers. That is real life story, as you may call it. Okay. This is 52 and this is 52. They are vertically opposite each other. Now we say we want to find A because 52 here plus 52 plus A plus B equals what? 360. Equals what? 360. How do we do it now? We say 52 plus 52 gives us what? 104. Equals what? 360. Therefore, for us to find A and B, they are vertically opposite each other and they must be equal. What are we going to do? We say 360 minus 104. 360 minus 104 will give us, let's do it. 0 minus 4, it cannot go. We borrow 1 from here, add it here. 10 minus 6, you get what? You get 10 minus 4, you get 6. 5 is remaining here. 5 minus 0 will give us what? 5. And 3 minus 1 will give us what? 2. That is 256. On coming to this place, we found here, and we found this. Since these two places are equal, we simply do it this way. 256 divided by 2. 256 divided by 2. That is the remaining angles. Divided by 2. What are we going to have? 2 goes to, we have what? We have 1. 2 into this, 2 remaining 1. Into 16 we have what? 8. Into 16 we have what? 8. Now, this is 128 and this is 128. So, A is equals B and D is equals what? C is a very simple mathematics. Thank you. Click the bell and engage. We will engage back.